We have Andrew Ruiz. There's two possible fights for him on PBC. One of them is Brazil, which is a pretty good fight. Brazil stated that he's willing to fight Andrew Ruiz and take that risk. And then there's also Luis Ortiz. I prefer the Luis Ortiz fight. That's the most likely fight, and the winner is supposed to be promised a title fight. I'm not too sure according to what organization, but I'm pretty sure it's probably most likely the WBC. So I'm looking forward to see what the WBC have in play for the winner. If they're gonna be able to fight Tyson Fury. I mean, I thought the mandatory for the moment is Dillian White, so it might be the WBO across the street. So we'll see. But one thing for sure, stylistically, I prefer this fight because of what both cats bring to the table. They both counter punchers. Andy Ruiz, for the people that didn't know, he was trained by the Cuban trainer. That's why he has like more of a boxing style and stuff like that. Now, one thing for sure also is that he needs to lose a lot of them pounds that he carrying. You know, coming into the fight, 300 pounds doesn't make any sense because, you know, of course, you know, get comfortable all you want, but fight night, you need to get to the target. So it was definitely the wrong game plan to come heavy against Anthony Joshua. His trainer claimed that he lazy, he don't like to train. He was supposed to train with Teddy Atlas. Teddy was supposed to be his new trainer, but Teddy had all these requirements telling him, listen, you got to do this, you got to do that. You know, he pretty much gave him that Chavez Jr. treatment. Like, man, if you're going to train with me, you're going to put in this work. Andrew Ruiz said, absolutely not. And I didn't like that move by Andrew Ruiz. Teddy Atlas, you have to respect him for his boxing knowledge when it comes to training. You know, he even trained the original Mike Tyson at once. So I didn't like the fact that the reason why it fell apart was because Andrew Ruiz didn't want to commit to training. That kind of sound like you being lazy. That sound like you haven't learned your lesson yet. Like, his career was literally in front of him against Anthony Joshua. So I know the first fight, he had to come in shape because he had no choice. He just got out of a training camp, and then he was fighting Anthony Joshua for 3 straps. And you have to keep in mind, Anthony Joshua was like the best heavyweight in the UK. Or top 3 at least, right? So he had to come prepared. And he was already in shape. I mean, even though he took the fight on short notice. So it was actually beneficial. Then when he kind of like took a layoff and all that, I mean, when they were going back and forth, the reason why he didn't want to go to the UK, it turned out to be is because he was kind of out of shape. So it's like, man, what is you doing, Andy Ruiz? Like, you're the first Mexican champion, the first Mexican heavyweight. You could have been bigger than all of them. And he chose to do otherwise. So I don't know what's going on with him. So hold on. I got someone calling in. So hold on. Let me connect you to the studio. Hello, who this is, and how you doing, Akhi?
Hey, man, how do I sound?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, this is Camacho, man. I'm calling late night. You know, trying to add a little pizzazz to the show, trying to add a little flavor to the
Hey,
show.
man, like I said, at the end of the day, man, I appreciate you for calling in because unlike the people that be in the comment section, they be talking a whole lot of that, but they don't call in. But I respect you for having the cojones to call in. How you doing, Camacho? I hope you recovered after I gave you the beating last episode. How you feeling?
Yeah, sure. Those judges were all paid for. WBC, keep your WBC. It's just corrupt anyway. But let me tell you this. I was thinking about a topic to debate today. I was thinking hard, and then I thought of one. So in your videos and Dante's videos, you talk a lot about that hope insurance, which is short for the Great White Hope. You're saying that a lot of these white fighters are getting got better treatment because they're white, and in some maybe in some instances I could see it, but I just don't see it in another. Like, let's just talk about Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders, look, I like Billy Joe Saunders. He makes me laugh. That video he did, I don't like it. It was distasteful. It wasn't funny. I'm not the type of guy. I think you can make fun of anything. I think you make jokes out of anything. But it has to be funny. And that video was creepy and not funny. And the UK took away his license, which I agree. I mean, I can't disagree with it. He has a bad past. But here's the thing. You're talking about he has Hope Insurance, and that's the reason why they're going to allow him to fight Canelo in America. But here's the thing. That's not true because Gervonta Davis nearly assaulted a girl. I mean, he didn't assault her, but it looked bad, and he still has his license. You know, so this whole Hope Insurance thing, I don't know. You talk about how white fighters get more press in America.
Hold on. Let me tell you something.
All right.
To this
To this day, I'm trying to tell you, injustice to this day. So, so what I'm saying is, you talking about Billy Joe Saunders. That's a fighter that was supposed to fight Demetrius Andrade. And what happened to that WBO strap? He told Andrade, he told him, listen, bruh, the reason why I'm going to win the fight is not because I got more skill than you. He told him it's because I won that fight and I want to win more than I want to breathe. And I'm willing to do everything it takes to win. Apparently including cheating, because he took some type of steroids that make you 10 times faster, 10 times stronger, mentally, physically, and all the above. And now he fighting again. And he got another title shot at another weight division. So you're talking about a fighter that, of course, his Hope Insurance saved the day. Now, we don't know if he's going to get the Canelo fight or not. Like, ain't no telling, because Golden Boy came out claiming that, listen, he going to pay for that. Now, I don't know what that mean. Like, either Canelo Alvarez is going to is going to make him pay for that in the ring, or he means he ain't going to get the fight. Either way, his Hope Insurance already saved the day back in the day when he failed the drug test. And now it will. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to fight again. But you talking about Gervonta. Gervonta, I made a video on pretty much what he did, and I already spoke on that. But when it comes to Gervonta, people still bashing him till this day. However, on the other hand, when it comes to Billy Joe Saunders, I dropped a video on that, and people still talking about Tank Davis, even though it's Billy Joe Saunders' turn. And he over here joking about violence and whatever. But the main point is, like, was it funny? No. So what the hell is he joking about? I didn't get the joke. If you got the joke, Camacho, you could make me laugh. Listen, I want to laugh with you, but I didn't get the joke. So the whole purpose of a joke is for it to be funny. So what I didn't understand with what Billy Joe Saunders did is for him to go live during quarantine. People need to see a positive message instead of a negative one. And he pretty much gave a negative one. And like I said, this man already failed the drug test in the past and passed. Gervonta Tank Davis is clean. He never failed, none of the above. So you're talking about a fighter that actually his Hope Insurance saved the day. And I don't see nobody claim why is Billy Joe Saunders not fighting Demetrius Andrade, even though he turned down a fight at 168. He turned down a fight at 168 when he this time he was supposed to redeem himself and fight him again and show that, hey, I could beat you even if I'm clean, or I have the cojones to fight you if I'm clean. But he don't even have the cojones to hop in the ring with Billy Joe Saunders, even when he's clean. I mean, he only willing to fight Andrade or a fighter from the coincidental list. Is the only time he's willing to do that is when he takes steroids. Like, I got no respect for that. So like I said, if you respect that, me and you will cut different. So I just showed you that the Hope Insurance that saved the day. But go ahead and say your last piece.
Hear me out. Believe it or not, I actually agree with you. I like Demetrius Andre, but we're having two totally different debates. You're having a debate on BJ Saunders and how he's sucking, and I agree with you. I think BJ Saunders is sabotaging his whole career on purpose, and I have no idea why. But my debate is that I see a lot of people in the boxing community say that white boxers get better treatment than black boxers. For instance, they're talking about how people are loving Tyson Fury like he's a great hero, whereas when it was Deontay's era, there wasn't that much of a buzz. and they're saying it's all due to Great White Hope.
Yeah,
People
but you're
love
flopping.
Tyson Fury.
You flip flopping, Akhi. You gotta understand. Like I get what you're coming from, but you're not
Well, let
making
me
any
give you-
sense
all right,
because
give me 2 minutes.
Lomachenko, they erased his loss. So you talking about a guy that they erased his loss. You talking about Tyson Fury that he cheated in the past. They erased that from history when he came back. ESPN did freaking 4 documentaries on him, and they didn't mention the fact that he took steroids. That's why he went to depression and was like had 2 years suspension with Okada and all that. And then the Glovegate accusations, they wouldn't even talk about it. And then so you talking about fighters that do get the hope insurance. The hope insurance is saving their tail. So you talking about fighters that do get it. So what is you talking about? Tyson Fury is getting these hope insurance, cover up, and Lomachenko avoided Salido rematch, and ESPN erased his loss.
Let me give you my last piece. This is my last piece. Tyson Fury is loved because he has sensational wins. And the thing about it is that, that whole debacle will always be a stain on his record. But let me destroy his whole Great White Hope narrative once and for all. What if I told you that there was a white fighter who reigned for 10 years? This is a white man who reigned for 10 years, a ton of defenses, beat almost everybody in his era, dominant, strong, 6'5", powerful, and nobody gave a fuck about him.
Who that?
Nobody gave a fuck about him. Who almost killed the heavyweight division, and that was Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko was a white man who dominated his division, and nobody cared about him. Why? Because he was a Slavic person. People.
Well, let me use
Slavic
let me use him. Can I use him for an example? Let me use him and Tyson Fury. So they always talk about fighters that move around, they run in this and that. Jim Lampley and the old media and all the above. So why is it when Tyson Fury and Klitschko, when they fought each other, it was a stinking fight? Now, to me, I could care less. I could watch any fight, and I'm more so watching the technique. But if you're going to talk about a boring fight, then that's a boring fight because at some points, Klitschko threw like 3 punches, and Tyson Fury threw 5 punches in one round, right? And it's like, really? But when it's Mayweather or Rigondeaux, they always pointing out the boos or, oh, it's boring. But when it's a hope fighter, they always talking about or mentioning the positive. Oh, he got great boxing skills. That's the double standards right there.
That's not true.
It is true because when Tyson Fury fights, they never bring out they don't bring up the fact that look at Tyson Fury, he boring. This and that. They praise his boxing skill. They did it with Billy Joe Saunders. They did it with Tyson Fury. They did it with Willie Pett, and they did it with Klitschko. Klitschko used to hold like half of the fight. And they wouldn't even, talk about that much. But when it's Floyd Mayweather holding 3 times in a fight, they talking about, oh man, Floyd Mayweather holds all night. So that's the double standards we talking about. They erase fighters' losses from the hope list. They erase losses. They erase fighters that cheat in the past. And there's plenty examples, and I just gave it to you. So, like I always say, Camacho.
You don't know shit.
Let me go ahead. Let me finish.
Hey, listen.
Let me go ahead.
Son. You better not.
I appreciate it, Camacho. Like I said, but
shit about boxing.
You really don't, man. Like I said, you got to do better if you know better because there's double standards.
To this day.
To this day.
To this day. Bomb Squad.
So for you to say that there's no double standards in the sport, I mean, I don't even know. Like it's like the dumbest argument I ever had. I got dumb about a second speaking to you, Camacho. I mean, damn, man. Man, like I lost brain cells talking to you. If I had the lower IQ, I probably could have enjoyed your conversation. But when you're talking about fighters that on the hope list, they erase their losses, erase their track record. Don't talk about the glove gate. When they fight, oh, look at their boxing skills. When the fighters from the coincidental list fight, oh, they boring. Come on, man. Like, that's not even a discussion, bruh. Ain't even a discussion. Like I said, that says a lot about you, Camacho. That says a lot about you and what kind of person you are. split decision. Episode 29 is over with. I appreciate all my Akhis. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about it, send to these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans / old media that
You don't know shit.
they don't know shit,
You
bruh.
better not duck
Real
me,
talk.
son.
He ain't lie when he said that.
better
So
not
all my
duck me,
my
son.
haters, I got a question for y'all. I really got a question for y'all. Why y'all hating? Y'all call in, y'all tune in, y'all comment, but y'all hating. And all the people that be talking ish in the comment section, I see y'all talking, but I don't see y'all calling in. And guess what? Like AB said it.
They call me the problem.
AB said it best. Anybody can get it.
Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can.
So with that being stated, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate Rare Rat, OG Swag, everybody in the comment section, all my Akhis. And at the end of the day, the only other side of the truth is the lie. So when the truth is spoken, the other side is nothing but a lie. So yes, there's two sides to every story. So do y'all research. Like Deontay Wilder said.
To this day.
Google that shit. Google the facts. I want to thank God for the victory, you know what I'm saying? All the above. Pound for pound, number one. All the above. Y'all know what time it is. What's understood don't have to be explained. And I'll leave y'all with this. Please tell me why you always hating.
Damn, I'm looking good. I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander.